Have you woken up on a single day and found that your birds are not eating their feed? Have you found out that the egg production has gone down, or they are not laying at all? What do? They must be sick. What do you do when you see the things are like that? So this video shall share what you do when you see such situations happening in your bird's production. When the things are happening on the farm, we shall share everything about that. So stay on this video till the end. Let us do something a little. Let's have a simple break and then we'll come back. When you see the birds are not laying, or when you see the birds' production has gone down, or when you see them they're having issues, what you ask yourself, number one, is, have you dewormed lately? Those of us who do organic, have you given them the right herbals that mean deworming? Have you dewormed? In the layers, we deworm every month. Anytime you forget, you're forgetting your future. Never forget deworming your birds. We must do it every 28 days to 30 days, and then you have a thriving farm. When you see the birds having issues, ask yourself, did you vaccinate the right schedules? We know and we are aware that you either do organic or you do synthetic poultry farming. If you are doing synthetic, you must vaccinate every 2 months. That's either Newcastle or Newcastle plus IB, infectious bronchitis. If you mess up that, your birds will have issues. Do your birds have clean water? The principle is, if you can't drink that water, don't give it to your birds. These are your bosses. They give you the eggs. They make you they make you rich. Have you given them enough and clean water? Those who are doing deep filter system, you must check the water every time. If it becomes dirty, remove it. If you're doing, of course, the nipples, there you are at the safer side. But you have to clean them also. Are they having water in the tank? Should your birds have enough water? The water in a bird gives it a lot of energy to lay. You know, an egg is 70% water. So the water forms the egg. The water with calcium, they make the egg formed. So without water, the birds will not have the eggs. Now, let's look at the feeds. If your birds are not laying, your birds are not doing the right thing, have they had the right feed? If they have the right feed, where do you keep it? How is the store? How is the storage? Sometimes you buy feeds which when the maize is not dry enough. So you bring it and you pack it, the maize gets hot. There's that heat in the maize bran, in the feeds. If you mix for yourself, and that heat disorganizes the system of the birds and they will not lay. So when you're buying the feeds, get the right suppliers. Ensure you have the right dry maize, the right maize bran. Let it not be mixed or altered with the cassava, with the lime. Let there not be alteration. I gave you a video that was showing the biggest mistakes farmers do on the feeds. And please, if you know that you're doing that, if you're not doing the right thing on the feeds, please check yourself. Check yourself. Sometimes you enter the chicken coop and you smell a lot of ammonia. There is a lot of ammonia smelling, and that means when it smells and sticks, it enters their nose. They will not lay the eggs. Please, they want a right clean place, dry in fact and warm. So if you are having your birds your bird is cool, that is having a lot of smell, change your husks, change the bedding, because they will not give you the eggs. That is it. Some farmers usually have layers, broilers, sasso, the free range. Now, it is not right to bring in new birds anytime. When you bring the new birds, first isolate them. At least treat them. Make sure they are treated properly. Then you can introduce them to others. Now, if you have brought in the new birds and your birds are sick, could it be the reason why they are sick, why they are not laying? Could it be the reason? So have you brought in the new birds? Check. So if you have checked all that, what do? The thing you must do, and the thing you must never forget, is isolation. Isolate the sick bird with immediate effect so that you can avoid the viral or the serious infection on all the birds. Especially the viral diseases, they spread so much. And remember, they all come from the immunity. Now, we are on a level of checking the signs and symptoms of the sicknesses. How do you check signs and symptoms of the sicknesses in our bird? Number one, we must check their poo. Understand the color of the poo of your birds. If it is green, what is the problem? If it is yellow, if it is watery, that means diarrhea. What is the problem? When you understand the patterns of the chicken poo, you will know the birds when they are sick and what they are suffering from. Learn to identify, is this a bacterial infection? Is it a viral infection? Check the breathing of the birds. Check their breath. How are they breathing? Check their cob. What is on the cob? There are signs that show if the cob is dry. Maybe it's Newcastle. Maybe it's smallpox. Maybe it's coryza. If they are badly breathing, sometimes it is a respiratory sickness. Their poo shows that maybe it is Newcastle, it's full typhoid. Identify. Is it the feed? Identify what is the problem. Learn. You try to check the color. The color matters. Now, you also check around of the parasites. Check the cobs. There must be some lice, the mites, all that stop your bird from laying. Check all that. And of course, you also identify. Check on your laying boxes. How are they? Is there too much light on the laying boxes? Check on the chest. Are they emaciated? Are they malnourished on their chest? Now, if you identify all that, it's either time to go check for diagnosis in the lab, or you call in a vet in the farm, or you start treatment. If you have experience, start treatment. If you don't have enough experience, you call in a vet, or you go for testing. So all that, we must be able to identify it. Always, as I say, these cut-ups, always on the videos, I try to advise and make you learn. I try to learn from you. We learn from each other. If it's your first time on this channel, please subscribe. If you have been on this channel, share the videos, like, and ensure that people can be aware that there are people giving out free information out there. Yes, together we can.